from the blue corner, his opponent, BJJ Supermatch ISO Health. ISO Health, South Australia. Please welcome Chris Perez.
All right, now we got Chris Perez from out of Mastermind Matt Jones's ISO Health.
I had a chance to speak with Perez earlier today. A very humble, very respectful, very well-spoken young man. The 27-year-old, a blue belt, 4 years in BJJ. He's a state and national champion as a blue belt, training out of one of the strongest BJJ pedigrees in South Australia. ISO Health, you see Matt Jones in his corner there. You've seen Chris Perez at many tournaments in the past, Mike. Thoughts on him?
Absolutely. I mean, I've known him for a number of years. This is a kid that grew up on the wrong side of the tracks and decided to turn his life around. And I mean, he's come as far as Matt actually has him in charge of some of the children's classes and things. And he's passing on that work ethic and that, I guess, mentality that you can improve the world to a younger generation. He wants to make the world a better place, and that's absolutely what he's focused on in life.
It speaks volumes about him as a character, the fact that Matt's like, you know what, come teach his future generation. Like I said, when I spoke to him, I had the absolute pleasure of meeting him. One of the nicest guys, I think. That, I saw him 20 minutes before.
Top of the action coming up. 1 minute round of action without a decision. 2 minute extra. Here we go. Coming up, Michael Heliotis, Chris Perez.
I saw him 20 minutes before the card started tonight, and just very laid back, very switched on, and you can just tell that he was just begging for a chance to come out here and show the world what he's got.
So
Steve
this
Percival.
is again an 8-minute round with a 2-minute overtime if there's no winner decided by then.
I like to see it just like the first BJJ match, just to see how Perez actually uses the cage, the fact that he's got a lot of training partners that actually come in here into DFC, and just see if he actually does try to utilize that as a weapon.
Well, look, I think that Chris has experience with using the cage coming from that ISO MMA sort of background. But the truth is, I'd be surprised if he uses it. I think he's going to use entries to try and get in on the legs and try and exploit the fact that ISO Health and Matt Jones have a very, very strong leg lock game and have a good understanding of how to use the legs in a submission grappling sense. You can see Chris is extremely comfortable just off his back. He's not worried about trying to wrestle and create a top position.
He's so relaxed.
He's really looking to go underneath. You can see he's looking to just make sure he doesn't get in a trapped position, but in a position that he can utilize in order to access the legs a little bit better.
You can almost see the thought bubbles coming off of Perez's head. Just you can see him thinking, very intelligently defending here. Very relaxed.
I mean, equally so. We're seeing a very intelligent passing game here from Michael. Michael using his head position in order to control Chris's entries. Chris almost coming up to his feet there. I think he was almost tempted to come up, but you can see clearly that the game plan here has been to go deep into deep half guard or to transition around and come up to the legs. Using that cross knee to try and block the pass. Michael doing a great job of putting the knee through, but Chris scrambling well. And again, that head position battle, you can see them trying to dominate the center line of each other with that head. Both guys sort of playing handsy a little bit, trying to control each other's hands so that they can't control the head. And you see Chris went to the head there just for a second.
Heliotis is so relaxed on his back, chewing gum, hanging out. Looking for that leg.
Well, it was a good entry.
You don't want to go into leg lock battle with many guys from ISO Health, that's for sure.
He's got to protect that knee. That right knee needs to be protected very strongly by Michael. He's doing a good job of it, keeping it to the mat, but he's giving up the other leg a little bit. But now he's actually come on top. This will be interesting. He's got that heel hook. Chris has a good control of it, sitting back through, coming back to almost a 50-50 position.
Great composure by Perez.
I think Perez's knee is a little bit deep at the moment, but otherwise he's feeling pretty comfortable. He's going to go try and race. He's trying to hit an attack on the ankle faster than Michael can get his. And Michael's given up on his, and now we've wound up in this seated position where they're just facing each other. Chris controlling the legs by using his hands to just keep that distance.
Perez shaking his head, saying, not going to get me that way.
No, he's not quite deep enough, but he's sitting a little bit closer. Perez needs to be careful. He doesn't want to put that knee through too high. So Perez has got that heel a little bit difficult to access at the moment. Michael was in pretty tight there. Controlling that knee line, using the hand. Resetting, coming back up. Good control of the knee again, using that arm.
The hook's there, waiting to happen, not anymore.
The heel's there. This is very dangerous.
Perez doing a great job.
This is why Chris is going to the race. Michael letting it go.
Perez got his heel out.
Perez coming on top. This is interesting. This is the first time I've seen Perez go to the top.
Straight to the
looking
ankle.
for the foot. And it's interesting, they've both got a heel.
I can't see where Perez's hands are at the moment.
It looks like Matt's complaining that, was there a tap or something? I think Chris let go because he thought there was a tap, but there wasn't. I didn't see one at least. Yeah, Matt's just saying, just keep on going, just keep on going. Yeah, Michael needs to control those legs a little bit better.
Back for the toe hold, Perez. Heliotis, and just slip out. Butterfly guard.
Good roll through, all the way through. Back to this 50-50, but with a slightly stronger position.
Oh, there's a heel hook.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Chris Perez.
Chris immediately giving respect.
You can see what happened before with.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what happened there. But I think probably the difference here was probably just the level of education and the level of composure within that position. Yeah, there's that replay of the tap that wasn't. Still don't.
I think you should give these boys a big round of applause, please.
What Perez just said, is your knee okay? I think he might have heard a pop, that's why he stopped.
Can you give a round of applause, please, from the blue corner, Chris Perez. Thank you, Michael Heliotis. Ladies and gentlemen, this is DFC 10. We would like to give you a moment so you can go and flash the walls because you've been drinking a lot. We'll have a 5-minute intermission.